of Bannerlord's largest mods have just combined. We have Realm of Thrones getting a compatibility patch with BannerKings, one of Bannerlord's most intense, and I guess you would class it as a Bannerlord Plus mod, has been brought into the Seven Kingdoms, and oh man am I excited. Now do keep in mind that this is the first time that we have actually got a compatibility patch with one of the major overhauls, which is really exciting because BannerKings offers so much extra depth to the game itself, adding in a whole custom wealth of religion, population, custom starts, a expansion to the skill system, an expansion to smithing armor, actual city management, and honestly so much more. And because of that, it's kind of been relegated to Calradia because that's what it has been built for. So again, getting this compatibility with Realm of Thrones, bringing it to Westeros, is super exciting. One thing to keep in mind though, that this is the first iteration of this. There's going to be a whole wealth of bugs and probably issues as it kind of gets the first couple patches in to see how this works as people get to testing. So just keep that in mind. However, I wouldn't let that stop you. I would dive right in with this. So one of the big things that have been brought in is the custom religion system from BannerKings into the game. So this adds in all the different religions from a Game of Thrones and a Song of Ice and Fire you can pick from, and these also provide you with different bonuses, just adding some extra depth. So for example, if we go and pick the Faith of the Seven, we can see the cultures that follow it right there. So we have the Night's Watch for Vale Riverlands, basically all of the everyone south of the north right there, and also the kingdoms of which it resides in. So again, if you're planning a certain playstyle, it'd be a good idea to follow the right religion because that will obviously affect how people like you and how they treat you in the game, if they're likely to join your kingdom, and a whole wealth of other things. And again, these not only do come with that, but they also come with other bonuses. So let's go select the Faith of the Seven. The mod also does integrate custom starts with some cool custom stuff as well. So you can actually start as an indebted lord now in Realm of Thrones from BannerKings, which is again very exciting. By clicking this, you'll actually go and be given a village, not a castle, not a city, but a village, which will give you some income. However, you won't be able to actually we won't be able to gain influence for a little while in the game. You have the first 5 years of the campaign, which is quite a long time in game. So again, it slows you down, but kind of speeds up your early game, which is exciting. And not only that, it does also start you in a career path, which we'll get onto in the meantime. There are also a few other ones, and I'm excited as well because really right now in this current kind of compatibility patch, there isn't as much customization to kind of really immerse you in the world. Obviously, we have the religions and the titles and a few of the other things, but getting kind of like, you know, Ice and Fire specific custom starts and stuff like that, I think will be really exciting. So yeah, we can select that again. If you want to kind of learn more about the concepts as well, you can just do it right here, find out more about everything else. And again, you can see just how much stuff is actually in here as well, which is very, very exciting. So yeah, if we go and finish that up, right now you can see we actually immediately join the North as well. So again, if you want to kind of get stuck in. We also currently have lesser peerage as well because we are just a lowly knight. We actually can't be awarded fief. So we're in the kingdom, but we still have to work our way up to certain clan tiers and stuff to be given castles and allowed to expand that way. Again, there are also custom stuff as well. So we've been generously granted the village of the White Fork as well, which is all the way over here, which again is very exciting. But again, keep in mind, because we picked that start, we also over here have a custom lifestyle we can pick as well. I know we don't actually get gifted one with this one. The other ones you do, but yeah, again, you have custom lifestyle. So here you can really focus in on something, and we actually can't select anything right now, but these will give you bonuses. You'll be able to expand them, invest focuses points, and they'll give you more bonuses as you progress. The mod also comes with different languages as well, so being able to speak different languages is going to really help you out and getting your lords and ladies on your side. And you can also read books. So one of the exciting things they've done with the books is they've got a lot of specific ones. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find any actually like in Winterfell if we jump over here really quickly, but yeah, they've also added in the way to actually buy books, and as I said, I'm pretty sure they are all themed around the actual Song of Ice and Fire as well. So they should be like, you know, about the Long Winter and the Night King and stuff like that, which is exciting and a nice little kind of flavor addition. Speaking of flavor, there are, of course, all the custom trade goods as well that come with BannerKings. So there's a lot more food and other things. I imagine stuff like this will have to probably be balanced specifically to the way that Realm of Thrones works. But again, it's cool to have more stuff like that. You can also see the hierarchy of kingdoms, which again is cool. So again, you have a little like breakdown right here of all the different kingdoms for lordships of stuff that people own, and again this kind of all scatters across. So again, you're going to be able to have to kind of keep a close eye on this to see the lordships, and again you'll have to also make sure as well that you do go in and actually claim your like de jure claim as well. So you're going to have to push your claims, much like in like CK2 and stuff like that. You're going to have to focus on it. On top of that, we have a whole expansion to the court system as well. There is now a court system in the game. So right here, again, this is my own personal court because I own land. I can do this, and I can set my my lords and ladies on doing stuff. So these are all the like tenants of my village right here. But of course, as you expand up and you get cities and castles and stuff, you have more of them. So it's just these people right up here in the top of your screen right there. But again, I can employ them to do certain stuff to improve my privy council, as it were. So again, I could set up my marshal, and yeah, maybe this guy can come in. You can also see as well, he's a landowner with 12% competence in this position, so he's kind of really the only person we can stick in. And then we can set him to either organize the militia or encourage militarization as well, and they'll offer different bonuses. Again, everyone else is actually awful in all of these positions. I know these guys aren't actually too bad. So again, we can help develop the economy, and this will help build relations and add a little bit of extra flavor, and that will help again improve my settlement. We can also come here and take a whole look at things as well. So we have a breakdown on our population. We currently have 64 nobles living here, some serfs, and also some slaves, which again are going to be contributing in different ways. We have a population cap as well, which we can expand. We can adjust the tax policy, take again a more in-depth look on the farmland and other things, encourage different types of military building, whether we want to go more melee for the militia or more range focused. And we're also going to take a look at the religion, which will all create bonuses. Speaking of the religion, again, this mod just has so many insane things. But yeah, speaking of the religion, you can actually see the breakdown of the religions and stuff that they give you. These will all be different bonuses. Again, you can see at the moment the text is a little bit messed up right here, but I imagine this will be cleaned up in a future patch right now. But again, the old gods right here, you can see the different types, the faith seat, the head of the position, the feather of the actual religion itself and how aggressive it is. Again, obviously it's not really known too much for its religious wars in the setting, besides I guess the Sparrow, etc. However, obviously, you know, Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire and Westeros is known. There's been quite a few religious rebellions in it, so again, stuff like this could really play. You can also see the different types of rites that they can perform, and you can spend a resource down here called piety to gain bonuses, and these will all offer you a whole wealth of different things. And again, that is just simply the old gods. If we were to go over to a law, again, this would be very different and have a whole wealth of different things that you can see, the different doctrines as well, which all give you different bonuses and other things to mess around with. There is also, again, a different skill tree as well, so you now have scholarship, theology, and lordship. These will give you bonuses in their respected. So this is all focused around religion, this is about city management, and this is about reading and just being a wise man, giving you some good bonuses. Back to actually kingdom management as well. So of course you have the same court system, but actually a more expanded one right here. So again, it actually makes kind of running a kingdom pretty fun. You can get kind of like a whole wealth of these different bonuses and improve your kingdom, and it's actually just like a nice expansion to Bannerlord's biggest problem, which is the late game. You also actually have groups right here, again, who will be looking to do certain things and get certain laws passed. You of course have the Dementor as well right here, so the current like structure, you can obviously sort out the government, change government if you want to, sort out, change the like the laws of your kingdom, focusing on the kind of like conquest and the gender laws and stuff in your kingdom. So again, having lots to say right there. There are also a whole wealth of different laws down here which you can change from slavery to a whole wealth of other things, you know, kind of deciding on armies and other things. Again, really cool. I don't think there's a whole wealth change to policies, and this would be something I would love to see actually added in, like being able to pass certain laws and maybe having a limit and only be able to pass so many laws for a certain amount of time and stuff, I think would be pretty cool. On top of all of that, we also have village projects as well, so you can actually spend time expanding and improving the actual village section of your settlement to build mines and other things. And in villages, these will take quite a lot of time to actually produce. It's not like a city where you can get these done much quicker by just throwing money at it, getting more builders and etc. So yeah, these will be longer projects to actually go and do, but again, it's something to spend your time and effort on building up your village. villagers, and actually allows you to play tall. Like you could take like Dragonstone and then just upgrade it to the the max, building up these towns and these villages and actually sustain yourself quite nicely. So actually being able to invest in it is again a completely different play style to how we're actually used to playing the game, which is very cool. Party morale also takes a big difference as well. You're actually going to need supplies in the game, and this will be something that will probably take a lot of people off guard when they're playing the game. Your morale will take a big hit if you don't have wood to build camps, textiles again for tents and stuff, alcohol, and also animal products as well. So this again actually means that you have to supply your army. You can't just get 7,000 barrels of grain or alcohol and just leave it at that. No, you're going to need the supplies to actually build it, and again that helps fund the economy. It makes wood provinces able to make a lot of money very quickly. Also makes being able to sell resources like this in other settlements very, very good, because the AI also takes this into account. There is also a tech tree as well, which I guess isn't really something like that important in A Song of Ice and Fire. There's not much technological advances. You could argue that Baelish does reform a lot of the economy and brings in policies like that, but again, this is something that is more of a BannerKings thing for Westeros, for Calradia rather than anything else. But you could do some fun stuff with this, almost like blocking it for like errors of the war and allowing you to like maybe advance your army as the war continues. You could maybe block certain like high tier soldiers away until certain events happen, and you could maybe have some fun with that. But also I love this expansion. It does just increase the ability of the game. I wouldn't mind like a scale on this, being able to zoom in and out on this screen. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, again, very much kind of CK3-esque bonuses. Cool nonetheless. You can also buy estates here. These will just kind of improve the hearth of your settlement, allow you to actually have more population and other things, and these will generally be owned by different people as well. There are also more options actually in settlements as well. So if we come to Winterfell and click take an action, we can also study scholarship right here as well. So we'll spend some time learning to read and improving our skills. We can also spend some time with the nobility to try and befriend them and improve relationships with the current lords and ladies of Westeros, and hopefully that will help. There is also some stuff to do with the tavern as well and recruiting soldiers. You can also see as well more of the actual recruitment has been adjusted. Again, I would love to see this taken to a bit more of an extreme and preventing recruits from respawning as well. I'm not sure, 100% sure in BannerKings if this is tied to population and stuff, but I would love to see them take that a bit further and make it so that like if as you recruit more people, the population of the settlement does slowly start to drain, or maybe like a percentage of like militants or recruiting, and as that goes down, as more and more people recruit from it, the recruits spawn a lot slower. They generally, I think, spawn slower in general anyway, but yeah, having that, if a settlement is constantly being recruited from, make these guys actually kind of spawn a little bit slower, and then that would maybe slow up kingdoms, and you won't just have armies spawning out of nowhere over and over again. And yeah, realistically, there is a lot more in here. As I said, there's a whole wealth. If you go around the map, you'll see different hierarchies, population acting as like a big improvement to the game, and honestly just so much more to mess around with. And yeah, it's just really, really cool as you see Joffrey right there in the picture. I love the little art right there. Again, there's also so much more as well I just haven't even mentioned with personality traits. Again, these actually, yeah, you can see they actually add something to it. So because he's deceitful, clan leader, his actual influence limit is reduced. Yeah, there's also influence limit as well. You can't be stacking infinite influence. The fact that he's sadistic means thief loyalty is lower. Like stuff like that is insane, or likelihood of raiding thieves is much higher for this character. Like how insane, like it just makes these traits actually useful and impressive and good. Right here, reduces his legitimacy, his party morale is reduced. As a commander, his likely to besiege thieves is reduced because he's cautious. Like how cool is just the fact that their traits actually do something in the game is really, really cool. And as I said, there's plenty more stuff like that in the game that I just haven't touched with BannerKings, but I don't want to make this like a 30-minute video of me going through everything. I've gone through a lot of the stuff, but yeah, there's plenty more to discover, dive into. If you're looking for a new challenge, this is it. This is it right here. Again, to keep in mind, it's still very much a work in progress. This is the first edition, and BannerKings is such a huge mod that it's going to continue to add plenty of stuff to it. But yeah, seeing that with a combination with Realm of Thrones, there is so much to mess around with, so much to have fun with, and I 100% will be. So if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment down below. Be sure to go over and drop them some love, because yeah, this is awesome. I can't wait to dive in myself and mess around with it. It's really, really cool. And I'll of course see you in the next one.